All right. Well, probably gonna have to hit an AA meeting soon.
For sure.
After this week, after the past few weekends.
Once the weather gets crazy, that's when we get cooked.
Yeah, man.
That's when everything goes downhill.
Yeah. I got fucking a waterfall coming out of my right nostril. I can't fucking breathe for the past 3 days. Pollen just like attracts to me like a fucking magnet.
Nah, you know I have a conspiracy?
What?
I think that ever since I started smoking cannabis,
my
my allergies went away.
Bro?
Swear to God. They used to be bad, bro. Like I remember high school. This shit even happened like my first 2 years in college. It would be springtime, like around this time, second semester. And the windows would be open, teachers chilling, whatever. I come in, it's just a fucking sneeze show, bro. Sneeze attacks. Yeah. And they would be like, yo, Jeff, like I remember my professor pulled me over. He's like, listen, if you want to go home, you go home. Because he just felt bad, bro. If you fight. And he even put the windows down. He put the AC on. He tried to make it go away. That shit was not going away, bro. I was cooked.
Yeah.
I was cooked.
That's the fucking springtime devil.
It was bad. It was pretty bad. But
that's what they call pollen, bro. Spring cancer.
Spring cancer.
Yep.
Yeah, nah, it's bad. But since I said, since I started smoking, it's very like yes and no. Like I remember the very first day this year that it was like 60, it was bad. Like I had a pretty bad day. But like today I'm chilling. Like you see me now, I just get a little sniffly.
Yeah, nah, me too. I was like sneeze. I think I sneezed like 7 times in a row when I woke up.
It used to be bad. It used to be to a point where I just couldn't function. Like I just wouldn't go outside. I used to work at Chick-fil-A. When I would be working at Chick-fil-A, they put me outside in the drive-thru. Yeah. You know. With the
yeah.
I'd be like, please, like, just please keep me inside. If I'm outside, I'm sneezing on these fucking.
The worst, dude, is when you're at work or when you were at school, bro, and you couldn't like. There was like no tissues nearby or something, and you just had to like thug it out and act like your nose wasn't running and shit, and you weren't about to sneeze.
It was bad. I would just go to the bathroom.
Yeah, the holding in your sneeze is actually like I think you could die.
That's the worst thing. I used to do that shit though.
Everybody does, dude. Everybody used to do it. My fucking dad. I had to tell my dad, bro, like you're gonna like pop a blood vessel and kill yourself.
I'm telling you, bro, that shit is not normal. I used to have to do that shit during COVID. When I used to work, I remember this one specific time I was working at Shake Shack.
Yeah.
During COVID, like prime COVID, like November 2021.
Oh shit.
2021. Like it was a little after.
Oh, it's actually that's like a little.
Mask is still going on. Yeah. So like I remember I kept sneezing. It was just like I wasn't sick, but I just kept sneezing that day, and I like mastered on how to hold it in until I tried doing it again, and I sneezed completely in my mask, bro. It was nasty. I'm sorry for sharing those details. That shit was disgusting.
Yeah, bro. Nasty, I mean. Bro. That's bro. You shouldn't hold in your sneeze, bro. I had to teach a lot.
That's how I was though for like 2 years. Like you were just scared to sneeze anywhere. If you sneezed during that time, people look at you like
look at you like you're fucking.
They'll look at you like
Thanos or something. Yeah, but anything during COVID, nothing was normal during COVID. Like you could fucking like, bro, you could be walking outside and people will look at you like you're fucking like you're a zombie or something.
They look at you crazy. Only time you caught me outside during COVID, it was just for like soccer practice.
Yeah,
that was really it. We weren't going to school. I would just go. I think we trained from 4 to 6, and that's it.
And people were so like paranoid. I feel like if everybody went outside and the lockdown never happened, like I don't think it would have made a difference.
You think so?
I think everybody would have just gotten immune to it and just like built up a tolerance.
I don't know. I think it was just easier for everybody to say, because that's the thing. I think like that would have worked, but like I think people would have like taken advantage of it, like done too much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you can't control a population that's outside the crib. You keep them inside, they do whatever they do, but they're inside. But you bring them outside, they could do nonsense. Shit could start. People are gonna be upset that a lot of people are outside, and that could start like a little riot.
That's true. Yeah.
I think it was just much easier for like them to tell us to just stay inside. Yeah, but I agree. I mean, bro, like remember. You remember those when we would be on Instagram too at that time, and we're locked up, we can't go nowhere, no
the
school,
Instagram
no
lives,
and then Instagram lives.
Instagram lives.
But then you look at Instagram, the other side of the world in Europe, and there's 500 people in the pool. There's soccer games going on, and it's just like Like they're just living a different life over there.
Yeah, man, they have fucking cardboard cutouts of people in fucking sporting events and shit.
Yeah, that was some different
Like
shit.
they'll cut out they'll have like a cutout of like Mr. Beast in the stand or something.
But yeah, nah, that was some different shit. But I remember that like 6 month period, almost entering summer, because that's when people got antsy. Like, oh, I want to go outside. I want to go outside. Everywhere across the world except here, everybody was outside like it was nothing.
Yeah.
And I remember that drove people crazy. That was driving me crazy, low key. Because I had a cousin in Colombia. I'm like, yo, oh, Colombia's pretty bad too. Not gonna lie. But like, still, I feel like they still have more freedom than us.
Yeah, more freedom to fucking kill some people, I think, too. If you're really going to be real about it. You're going to DR. You're going to Jamaica or DR. You get on the street for 1 second, you're going to have a price tag on you soon, I feel like.
Yeah, nah. There's a certain part in my hometown in Colombia that you walk to that specific area, it's just a look. You could tell when you're not from somewhere. And they all know.
Yeah.
All you hear is a bunch of... You'll get surrounded by like 5 bikes, 5 motorcycles, and they'll just rob you. Maybe stab you. At the very least, rob you. Stab you if they're feeling nice, but they'll rob you like it was nothing. They'll strip you, like they'll leave you in boxers.
I mean,
they'll take your socks.
Yeah, they're probably gonna stab you. I feel like
they're probably gonna stab you. At that point, stab me. If you're taking everything, even my socks, just stab me.
Yeah, at that point, man, I feel
fine.
like I feel like at that point you just there's no other way you could like make it worse.
Because I rather, for example, let's say that should happen to me. I'd rather go back to my crib, to my fam, with a stab wound, rather than like not touched, but I'm in my boxers.
Yeah,
I feel like
because you get stabbed, you're like, nobody's paying attention to the fact that you're naked.
They're like, oh shit, you got stabbed, and then like, now you got a story, and you got a wound too. Yeah. That's fire. That's tough.
Yeah, that is tough. Aura. Or you get like a little like scar on your face or something.
Bro, something. You know? But if I come back to the crib, no scratches in my boxers, I look like a hoe.
Yeah, you would. You're like, what do
you let them do that? They didn't even stab you.
Yeah,
like, who were these guys?
Who sucked your dick? You know what I mean? But if you get stabbed, though, I mean, how would you think you could survive like getting stabbed like multiple times? Because I hear stories about people, they get stabbed like 25 times and they'll survive.
I think it depends. I think one thing, I would be mad if I stabbed somebody 25 times and he survived. Like I feel
I'd be pretty pissed.
I feel like the person doing the stabbing is a bitch because 25 times, where'd you stab him? Like I feel like you stab a person here, anywhere here, like lower upper body. Like, bro, that's a kill shot. Yeah, that has to be like death or like almost there. Like you gotta almost bleed out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you're gonna stab them that many times, like why not just like slit their throat or something? Because you're obviously trying to kill them at that point.
Yeah, not 25 times. Like that's a lot. Think about how. Yeah, nah.
Yeah. No, yeah, but that would be pretty crazy getting robbed. I see a lot of people getting robbed in like Mexico and stuff like that. Like on like what you said on like bikes, they'll pull up to the side of car windows and like people like tourists.
I saw a guy get robbed in Patterson the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Outside where? Sad. What was that? Outside Omar's or something?
I don't remember the exact reason why I was in Patterson, but I remember just driving. I was at a stoplight, and it was maybe like kind of, I don't want to say 2 blocks away, but like the blocks in Patterson are very long.
Yeah.
Certain parts, like the main avenues, are just long, so you can see a lot of the road. And like you just see a guy walking, guy with a bag just robs him, punches him, takes his shit, and then there's just people just walking, seeing the whole interaction go on.
Yeah.
Regular day in Patterson.
Yeah, that's the thing about, bro. That's the thing that's crazy. You could just be walking. You're in the wrong part of anywhere. You walk. Your odds of getting punched in the face go up by like 50%.
Yeah, no,
if you're like in the wrong.
For example, today, I went to my car. I saw that I left mine, and like the car I have right now, I have no tints. So like I left my doors unlocked, and you could tell like the little thing that shows you that the car is unlocked, like the little button. It's very visible, and I'm just like, yo, if I lived in Patterson, I would have been cooked.
Yeah,
I would have been cooked. Cause that shit would have been gone, I think.
Yep, 100%.
I was just like, fuck. I left my shit unlocked. Everything was there though. My wallet, my charger.
Oh man, I'm trying to think like maybe the worst place I've ever been. Like the scariest place I've ever been to, really.
Anywhere that makes me feel like I'm in a different country. Some different shit. For example, again, Patterson. You go in there, you feel like you're in a different country, like you're like a third world country.
Yeah.
Like you somewhere like deep South America.
Yeah, like I'm gonna roll. Yeah, I'm gonna like
hella people walking through the streets. The traffic lights don't even matter. They're just there for show. People selling mangoes and shit. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I feel like I'm gonna like
fruits on the head and the shoulders.
Yeah.
Like
I'm gonna like
a different country.
I'm gonna like turn right and I'm gonna see like a guy with a parrot on his shoulder selling like guava and shit
That's what I'm
in
saying.
his truck, and then like somebody getting robbed right next door.
Yeah, like it's nothing.
Yeah,
like it's nothing.
And then the cop pulls up and doesn't do anything.
And then you maybe see like a little transgender across the road.
Yeah, right.
Like that's pretty normal over there. That's why, like, I've heard people, like, whenever I've met those people that kind of live in, like, those rich white areas, like, around here, and I tell them I live in Hackensack, and they kind of go, oh, Hackensack, bro. Hackensack is nothing.
Yeah, that shit is not. I'll drive with my doors unlocked.
Somebody that thinks, for example, Hackensack's a little trenchy, they go to Patterson, they might pass out. Patterson's some different shit. Newark.
Jersey City.
Certain parts of Passaic. That shit. It's not.
Yeah.
That shit is some different shit.
That shit is like the song. It's like New York threw up like in New Jersey, and that's like the area we live in, kind of.
Yeah, low key.
Like the back, it's like New York's backyard, bro. You go to like fucking.
It really is.
Newark, Jersey City.
It really is. It's bad over there.
I think I'd rather walk in New York at nighttime.
I don't know.
The
New York is kind of scary. Even like,
but people, there's so many. I feel like there's so many people out that like it wouldn't.
No, it's true. But there's those streets where you usually park outside of Times Square that after certain time it's pretty dark, it's pretty empty. Like I remember, I forgot who I was with. I think maybe one of my boys. I don't remember who it was. Maybe Nikki. I don't know. The point is, we were walking back to the car, and we're walking this way, and there's another guy walking opposite, like walking towards us. And like, maybe I'm being stereotypical, but he just like, the look on his face, devious. Like he looked like he had something planned. And it got to a point where like he went from walking straight to kind of angling towards us. Yeah. And in my mind, I'm cooked. Like, no, we're getting robbed. Like we're getting fucking robbed. That happened, yeah. I look at Nikki looks at me, and we're just like, fuck. And he just kind of like, I don't know, maybe last second decision. He was like, nah, let me, you know what I mean? Let me not stab somebody today. And he just kept walking. But it's shit like that, bro. It could be anywhere. You can be in like some regular town or whatever, and just be wrong place, wrong time. Right. And boom.
Yeah, and I get that feeling a lot, man.
Shit goes down in Garfield. Yeah. And Garfield's a dominantly like pretty above average town. Yeah. For the most part. A lot of Polacks.
Czechoslovakian will come and fucking stab you for your watch.
I feel like that's a better story though. Like than getting stabbed by like, I don't know.
I mean, you survive like a gunshot even to the shoulder. You're a legend forever.
That's tough. That's what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't mind getting shot.
Well, all right.
I don't think I'd mind getting shot if it was like non-lethal. Like if I'm like an amateur tries to rob me, shoots me in like the arm, I'll take that. That's a tough story. Like fast forward 15 years from now, let's say we at the beach, my son's like, "Hey, Dad, what's on your shoulder?" Back in the day when I got shot, you know, I've been through a lot. Yeah, there's a lot you don't know about me yet. That's a crazy ass story. Imagine you going around in school, you in middle school, telling people your dad got shot, he got a wound. They be like, who's your dad?
Like you could even go farther. You could be like, yo, I went to prison for a few years.
To be fair though, since I do want to be a police officer, I probably will get shot.
That's what you really want to do? Be a cop? You really want to be a cop?
Yeah. It's really hit me now because I'm close to finishing school, and it's really about to hit that time where I got to start doing all the prerequisites. Yeah. All the stuff I got to do, police academy, all those tests, and then.
Yeah, you know, that thought crosses my mind more often than I'd like to admit, because like I would never do some shit like a government job, any kind of government job, like no kind of like military shit, fire department. But the one thing that like I think about is being a cop, and I don't know why.
You should, bro. I already told you. I think I told you this once. I think we were a little under the influence, but I told you. I think fast forward like 5-6 years from now, I think out of like the whole friend group, I think like 5 of us are gonna be cops.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Of course.
I mean, my dad was almost one, man. He had the opportunity and he didn't take it. I forget what. I don't know if he went into the public service. No, he went. He was an architect, and he was before that. I think he got offered to be a cop. I don't know if it was in town. See, the thing about like this town, it's hard as fuck to get a position to be a cop.
No, yeah,
to become a cop
for sure.
Like nobody. It's actually
such a small
impossible.
Town.
Yeah,
It's a lot of politics.
Yeah.
Because like the people that make the decision are like 5 people, and like you probably know 3 of them. So if let's say 2 of them don't like you or they prefer other people, you're cooked.
Yeah,
that's how it is. I got, I'm not exactly so sure because I get advised because I have some family that are cops, and I want to be a cop where I live in Hackensack, but I always get advised against that because apparently it's a little shitty down there.
Yeah, but
like still, I think there's an advantage because Hackensack's a little bigger. You know what I mean? You can get away like if you know the right people,
right?
Like it can happen. But like South Hackensack, for example, like I said, smaller. One person, one vote, or one view counts a lot rather than like a couple.
Yeah, it sucks. It has to be that way, but I mean, I have a family who's a cop in Oradell.
Oh,
and that's
nice
like
town.
yeah, it's it's
like
like up north. Yeah, and
it doesn't neighbor highways. That's another thing you gotta think of when you're a cop. Like for example, Paramus neighbors the Route 17, Fairlawn Route 17, even us 46 and 17 and parts of 80. Like but like Oradell, for example, like I think the highway closest to Oradell is what 246 or something, and that's that long ass road. Like that's calm. And what happens in Oradell? Nothing. Like at the very most, you get like a couple.
Yeah, that's when you get up to like those kind of like the leafy, the real green part, Emerson.
Yeah,
Oradell, like you get up to area. It's more like an Upper Saddle River. That's like really deep up.
Yeah,
and you're into like the rich. Yeah, I mean, I wonder how hard it is to become a cop in that kind of town, like the big.
You definitely need to know people. I think you need to know. It's definitely about who you know, regardless of where you go, especially if it's a nicer town.
Yeah,
but up there for sure because they pay well because the taxes are pretty high over there.
Even like Alpine too.
Alpine as well. Yeah, same thing.
Alpine's got some crazy houses.
Yeah, it's a calm town. Like at the very most, you're dealing with like disturbances, and that's like people seeing like a 2010 Honda Civic drive past or $2 million mansion. That's a disturbance. Now you got to deal with it. You got to chase a Honda Civic for 10 minutes and tell him to get out. That's really it.
Passed by Diddy's house in Alpine.
There's a lot of celebrities out there.
Apparently, bro.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. There's Alpine, Upper Saddle River. Some live in Edgewater. I know that. Some in Fort Lee. I think Cardi B has like a crib in Fort Lee, I think.
Wonder where A Boogie resides at.
He used to live in I know he used to live in Alpine. I don't know where he lives now.
Really?
It's like one of those rich. It's not far though.
Aaron Rodgers was supposed to live in Alpine, I think.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. I think he was gonna live in Alpine when he got traded to the Jets, but I don't know what happened. There's gotta be some I think there's a Knicks player. I'm pretty sure there's a Knicks player that lives there.
I'm waiting for the day somebody moves into Hackensack.
That'll never happen.
It's on the way, bro. Chill. Hoboken is another place. A lot of athletes live in Hoboken. I know that's like a starter place, especially like if they play in New York because it's right there.
Yeah, true.
I know that's a place. They got like their nice little condos, little apartment. That's definitely a starter place. Like, you don't want to buy a house in Hoboken. You'll buy like a nice ass apartment. You lease that shit for a year or whatever. Every weekend is yes or yes. Like it's a guarantee.
Yeah, that's true.
Of degenerates.
Even when it's cold as fuck.
And especially in the summer.
Yeah.
Imagine you don't find parking in the winter. Imagine the summer. I would have to live in like a very specific area or like have an apartment that comes with its own parking. Something like that. And that by itself is hella bread.
I mean, remember when we were in Hoboken last, bro? I don't know when the last time you were there was. The last time I was there was October. And we were all together. And this guy, or I think it was a girl, I don't know what it was, like passed by. So like, man, I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck all you up or some shit.
Yeah.
just trying to start some shit. I'm like, dude, I'm eating a cheeseburger and it's fucking 3 o'clock in the morning, and like
people get a little drunk and they start tripping. They think they can beat up the world.
That's the craziest part, bro. People who get like, I'll never understand that. People who get drunk and their first thought is to like start fighting people.
Yeah, they're just on hots. Well, I didn't understand. This is what I told the guy too. I was like, there's what, maybe max 4 of them. I think 3 guys and 1 girl, if I remember correctly. And there's like 16 of us.
And I think it was the girl. I think it was the girl that said something first.
It was the guy, but then the girl too was on hots. I remember.
Oh yeah, I remember she came.
I was a little under the influence, but I was kind of, compared to everybody else, I think I was top 3 soberest.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't me.
definitely wasn't you. But I just remember telling the guy, I was like, yo, there's 3 of you, and there's 15 of us, and maybe 4 girls. The rest are guys.
Yeah.
And Jason's in there. Dom's drunk and angry. He's always on hots, ready. I was ready. Who else was there? Carmine was there. Ricky. Was Ricky there?
Ricky was there.
Ricky was there. I remember specifically. I don't remember when this was. I think it was a house party. I think it was Halloween, actually. Yeah, that one Halloween. That really one bad Halloween.
Oh, 2 years ago?
Where
2023.
I blacked out. God knows how long I vomited for. And then I had to wake up next day, 11 a.m. Chick-fil-A shift.
Mm-hmm. I'll never forget that.
That was different shit.
That night was definitely the drunkest I've ever been in my life. We went out for 3 hours throughout town. I think we made like 4 stops, and I remember maybe 4 minutes of them.
Bro, I remember waking up to 20,000 different stories. We
Actually,
went here, we went there. Matt did this. Dom walked home from Wawa.
I walked home from Wawa. 4 people walked home from Wawa, I think.
And I was on the couch like this throughout all of that. So I just remember waking up mad as hell.
And we were all in Halloween costumes the whole time. Like I remember going into Wawa.
Anybody just looking at us roam through the streets of South Hackensack was probably like, who the fuck?
It wasn't even Halloween either. It was 2 days before or 3 days before. I was like, bro, I'll never forget that. I've never seen everyone like collectively that bombed.
I think we got a few disputable nights of those. Like Hoboken is up there. But I think that night was pretty bad. Just because we all knew we were home. Yeah. So we didn't have to worry about like, oh, we got to get home. Yeah, that was Uber. And we got to worry about this person. We were in our territory. So that's why everybody collectively was like, yeah, nah, we're getting shit faced.
I don't know how we fit dude, I remember we were in the McDonald's drive-thru, and dude, there had to have been at least 8 of us in a 5-person car. And I think Dom just like went over all of us in the back seat and got out of the car in McDonald's. And I can't remember why. Like, I don't even remember being in the McDonald's drive-thru.
I love seeing Dom that drunk.
That shit is hilarious.
I just feel like he moves very strategically.
He's sneaky as fuck.
He moves very strategically these days. But when he drinks, he loosens up a little bit. I like to see that. So next time we drink with Dom is gonna be one of those. Trust me. I'm gonna bring a nice little Casamigos bottle just for him. Just for him. I'm gonna be like, this is yours tonight. No questions asked. Yeah. I don't know what that could be though. We might need another scan banger.
Well, I'm gonna throw one soon, bro.
Oh, shit.
I have my summer party every year. Oh yeah, I was in motorcycle boots, and I
don't know how you got around. Like
I don't know how. I don't even know how I got home. To be honest, I mean, I couldn't even drive in them. I don't want to say something federal right now, but let's just say I'm a lucky guy.
I have a photo of you that I saved the other day, and you can choose whether you show it to the camera.
I'll show it. But we have a photo that night.
It's a great photo.
That's a good pic.
We do have a photo that night.
Bro, dude, I was just sloshed, and I made that. Like, it just so, I was like, dude, I have this photo of me, and I just want to make this like it looks like a meme template.
It does.
So I just brought that.
You texted the group chat?
Yeah, I was like, scan residence.
I don't know.
And then you woke up the next day, and you were like, fuck you guys.
I don't know if I saw that. Let me pull up the evidence. Not because I saw all these pictures and videos and everybody saying it was the funniest night of the year, and I'm just like,
scroll up to, it was like 11 o'clock, I think. No, it was like 12, actually.
Like, yo.
I was like, scan residence, and then I sent the pic of Amanda.
Oh, you did. You did. Yeah, I didn't
That
see
was
it.
another night where,
I don't know
bro,
what I was doing. I don't remember. I think I might have.
side mission, Batman,
Probably.
Batman shit.
There's there's days I gotta move strategically as well.
Dude, when I go in your backyard when you throw a party, it doesn't even look like how it does when there's nobody in there. Like I'll be pulling up to your house for a cut,
it looks,
and it's during the day, and it looks so much different.
Yeah.
Like than when it's at night and there's so many people. It looks like
bigger when there's more people.
It looks insanely big.
When you're in the middle of the yard and there's hella people, it looks hella big.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that phenomenon.
And then I'm like, I come there and I'm like during the day, and I'm like, dude, how does this guy fit all these people and these drinks and these tables and shit and the DJ set?
Shit.
Yeah, but I'm like, how the fuck does he fit all this shit?
I be having hella shit.
Bro, I'll never forget when you had that one party. I think it was your one last year for your birthday, and you had the grass had to have been up to my head.
Oh.
And you had the table there. Oh. And you had to mow the lawn and shit. Remember that?
I'll send you the picture. You can insert it,
dude.
So I can show you the before and after. It was bad, bro. Like it literally looked like an abandoned like Call of Duty map.
Yeah,
like,
and the fence was broken too.
The fence was broken. The fucking grass was up to like here. Like there's hella debris. Like God knows where the debris came from. It looked like parts of the street were just like broken and thrown into my yard.
Yeah,
but
dude, I'm pretty sure when one of your parties got like raided by the fucking police.
Yeah.
Or like no, they just came in your backyard.
The second one.
Tell everyone to leave, and I'm walking out with a pack of green apple White Claws, and they just watch me go to my car. Like bro, they don't say anything. Yeah, they really don't.
Give a fuck, bro. The cops that was the second one. That was the one in August. The cops came and like to be fair, for reasons I'm not gonna say on camera, I was okay with the party being brought to an end. Mm-hmm. So like I was like, all right, I wasn't that mad. I had other things to do, let's just say. And but I remember the cop was just like, yo, like after talking for a few minutes, like, yo, you didn't necessarily need to kick everybody out because we weren't getting noise complaints from your street. We were getting noise complaints from like blocks away.
Really?
Like 2-3 blocks away.
That's weird.
So like you could have just put the music a little down and we would have been cool. And I was just like, damn. He decides to tell me that after like everybody left. But I was cool with it. I was like, all right. I was like, really? But nah, great nights. June 21st. That's the day. That's the last,
Oh my god.
That's the last birthday yard party banger kind of vibe for sure. We getting too old for me to throw yard parties all the time. Once I'm hitting 22 this summer. Once I hit 23, anything after 22 is just straight dinner celebrations. We officially got old. Now,
actually,
like,
we're on unk status now.
We're definitely unk status, but like those grad parties we had in high school, the ones we have now, they got to be like way crazier than before. Because like life gets a little serious after this summer. Yeah. So for most people, some people are still whatever figuring out or finishing, but like life gets pretty serious.
Once when you get out of school, it's like
it's like
it's different. It's so much different.
I'm not a student anymore.
Yeah, not that I would know.
So like what I'm saying, like I decided to get cuffed up. Oh. So we're a little restricted, but even still, we still gonna have fun. My friends, they just gotta lock in. I can't. My girl's on some. Listen, as long as you don't personally invite nobody, no problem. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, I can't have no girl coming up to me like, "Oh my god, Jeffrey, thanks for inviting me. Oh my god, thank you, happy birthday." Because then I get stabbed. Yeah. But if, for example, let's say you invite some girls, it's calm. I'll be like, "Oh, Matt invited them." You know what I mean? Like, that's different. So like, we'll discuss terms and conditions.
Don't worry. Like when you start speaking, I'm right there to follow up.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Don't worry. Like when your homeboy when you're lying at the bar and your homeboy just like starts lying with you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you're locked flowing. In. You just know.
You're in flow state, just straight flow state. Like we don't even got to speak. It's just we just lock eyes.
Yeah, understand the assignment, bro.
That's all it is. But I want it to be one of those where like I wake up in the morning in the yard like this. Mm-hmm. And like there's like a bird on my chest or some shit. Yep. And then like Dom's in the corner over there. You're in the middle. Jason's on my stairs like this. Shit, bro.
That's the one thing that we're missing, man. Nobody has a pool.
Yeah, nobody has a fucking
pool. I was supposed to have a fucking pool years ago. Never did. I don't know
Definitely
what happened.
Like where you have like your little seating area and that grass could be a pool.
Yeah, I think it's just too close to the fence.
Yeah, that's
there's like a law or something.
It would be like a weirdly shaped pool. You'd have to like redesign your whole yard. Honestly.
Yeah.
But Hey man, I'm with getting some shit. Like something we can build or like something sizable. I definitely think when we get some plastic shit, it's gonna end up deflated.
Yeah.
Some like by the end of the night for sure.
Oh,
I
100%,
don't care. But like as long as it lasts for a couple hours and I can chill in it with a little drink in my hand and feeling a little buzzed, I'm cool with that. It doesn't have to see the end of the night. I definitely want some water.
A hot tub would actually probably be better. I think
Because
you can get like a good hot tub for like a couple hundred, 500, 600, 700.
You think so?
A cheap one, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. A cheap one,
when
not
you
like
can build. When you can build.
I don't know if they're more expensive, but I see ones that are like maybe 800 for like, and it's like, but it's an inflatable one though. But it's like a for real hot tub.
Nah, I definitely want a hot tub like when I get my own crib and shit.
Yeah.
But the ones you like install and stuff, those are bread.
Yeah.
They drop like 15 bands.
That's crazy.
I'm cool with that. Nah, I definitely need some water action. I'll have the DJ up again. Don't worry, he's coming back. Part 3, he'll be there. What else? I don't know. We'll definitely have some shit. I might lace the drinks. I might make people feel a little extra that night. Like, oh, like, yo, Jeff, what's in this? Don't worry, just have fun, man.
Put the honey pack in there.
A little kick to the night.
I'm joking.
Gain some motivation. Are you joking? No?
I don't know, maybe. We'll see.
Just throw everybody a reason. Give everybody a reason. That's all. When has Memorial Day weekend this year?
24th to the 27th, I think.
Of May?
23rd, yeah.
Fire.
It's always May. 23rd to the 22nd to the 25th. Actually, no, 23rd to the 26th. I want to be outside. I never want to be in when it's like this. Because when you live here and you only get so many nice days, you know, where it's not so hot that you want to kill yourself. It's like just perfect.
This weather is lasting 2 weeks, man.
Yeah.
That is good. I mean, yeah, we'll have
actually,
days
you know
like
what? I think once when it hits like mid June,
we got like a month. Like a month.
It hits like June, it starts to get like a little.
Yeah, it's like you go outside and it's like, oof.
You know,
you only go outside if you need to be outside.
Yeah, your nipples start crying a little bit.
Or you're tanning. Yeah, exactly. Get a little uncomfortable. Can't wear certain shirts. You got to pick your outfits like really, really thoroughly.
Yeah.
Because you wear the wrong white shirt and you're sweating through it. Gray shirts banned on the blacklist.
Oh yeah, 100%. Can't wear any gray.
Blacklist, 100%. Unless you wear a wife beater.
Yeah.
Could wear a wife beater.
The black though, the black is the best, but
black is the best,
hot.
but it attracts it. That's the problem.
It's just hot. Yeah.
I mean, you get tan, but you just feel hot as hell.
Yeah, I want to go to a beach bar or
I haven't hit one of those yet.
Or a tiki bar? No.
Nah, I haven't.
Like there's
when
one.
I turned 21, I just went to all the local shits, Hoboken. That's it.
There's Jenks, and I think that's
for Jenks.
I don't know where that is. I don't know if it's near Seaside.
Jenks is Point Pleasant.
Point Pleasant, and then the J's in Belmar.
What's the one where I saw you guys?
That Beachcomber. That was on the boardwalk.
Where, Seaside?
Yeah, that was Beachcomber. That one's actually pretty. I like that place.
Yeah,
that place is pretty fun. Oh, you didn't come up?
I forgot who I was with.
I still have that video of you.
Yeah,
you were coming up. Yeah, we were. That place was nice, but it just.
I wasn't 21 yet. It was literally like.
Oh, that's right.
It was a couple weeks before my birthday.
That's right, bro. It felt like you go into the middle, like in the mosh pit, you're gonna fall through. That's what it felt like. It felt like that shit was like seconds away from collapsing.
I'm with that.
What do you think about places like Midwest, like Nashville, or like Oklahoma or somewhere like that?
It's hella dry, hella hot over there. You talking about summertime?
Yeah, or just like if you go to because I've been wanting to go to Nashville for a long time to go on
Nashville
Broadway.
Definitely fire, bro. Like, I see a lot of people go there, hit bars, go places. I wear a little cowboy hat. Just
100%.
Just to fit the scene. But it's definitely the heat over there is definitely some different shit. Yeah. I've gone down to Texas for like soccer tournaments. That heat doesn't play.
Yeah, I know. Like different. I know Arizona is like, it's not.
Arizona's bad, bro.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's like
dry heat.
But that's the thing. That's the one that doesn't make you like sweat like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it's just
because here
it's just uncomfortable.
Is it really? What does it feel like?
I don't even know how to explain it. It feels like if you were to like basically like put yourself in like an oven, except you're not really feeling the heat from the oven, but like you're feeling like yourself getting burned almost.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I think I kind of get,
but
yeah.
But you feel
it's like your it's more of a body feel than like a projecting.
It's not humidity. Like you're not feeling the heat. You can't really, and you see hella heat waves too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because bro, Arizona, calm day in Arizona, mid-June, it's like 105.
Yeah.
Calm day. That's a day where it's like, oh, it's not that hot. Or 98, 95.
Yeah,
It's cool today.
Yeah, if it's like that over here, it's like you're drenched. You're drenched in sweat.
Yeah, nah, it's the end of the world because it's humid as fuck.
Yeah. And that's where it doesn't even feel good. But there, if it's like...
you got to be like, the only reason to be out, that sort of weather, is you're at a pool, you're at the beach, you're playing sports, or like barbecue. Like, that's really it.
Yeah. I want to go to Zona so bad. My family moved to Arizona actually, for a little bit, like before I was born, like way before I was born. Damn. My dad was in high school, I think, and he still has like the plates from the car that he had from the motorcycle. And I think Arizona's it's so nice, bro. It's such a nice spot.
You think so?
The canyon, bro.
I think like really, really fat people, like insanely fat people, like we're talking about obese, like they choose to be that way. And
like they look under their stomach and they got like,
that's what I'm saying,
McDonald's.
And once you get to that point, like I feel like you should like something needs to happen. I don't know. Like I'm not saying they don't deserve rights anymore, but like I just feel like it's crazy, bro. Because you go around the world, obviously there are those few that you see in TV show like My 500 Pound Life or whatever. They be from like different countries, but for the most part they're from here, bro. They're like. They might be from Arizona. They might be from those Midwest countries, whatever. I mean, states. But they just be big as hell. That to me, like, it's just so crazy. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's a little different for me because I always grew up pretty, like, around sports and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, even still, I feel like a non-athletic person should still feel away. Like, I'm not saying be fit as a fiddle, but, like, you know, to a point where you're normal.
Yeah.
But.
I mean, it's hard, bro. When you get to that weight, bro. When you get to like a certain point,
there has to be consequences. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
Like they get I don't know. They don't get a tax return. They lose, I don't know, medical benefits, something. Cause that's just crazy. And think about it. Once a person gets to a certain amount where like they can't do certain things anymore, you're just making more work for the government. Now you need, for example, maybe a little helper at home because you can't fucking get up. Can't wash yourself. Yeah. Or need like a very specific diet, so you got to go to doctors. Yeah, it's just a whole headache.
Yeah.
So I think that whole, I don't know. Fat people.
The 600-pound plus community needs
fat people,
to wake up.
It doesn't make sense to me. Fat people don't make sense to me. Like insanely fat people don't make sense to me.
Maybe all right, I have an idea. Send them to space. Think about it. That's interesting. Think about it for a second.
Or like we should like all put them in like the shittiest state. Let's say, for example, what's that really not that populated? Wisconsin. Make all fat people live in Wisconsin.
I think they already do. I think they already do. Man.
Put them all in those big ass farms.
They already do live there.
Make them farmers.
Yeah.
Right, because now
But you got the bar. But all the bars are in Wisconsin. That's like the drunkest state.
Is it?
It is.
Oh.
You go there and you tell them that the bar's closed, they might eat you.
Wow. Well,
I think maybe like
I feel like once you hit it, obviously it has to do with your height and stuff. But let's say you're 6 foot, right? I think average for a 6 foot male, let's say is like, let's just say 250. No, I think 250.
No, that's insane.
220. Let's just say 220.
Let's say 200.
200. Once you hit like anything over 210, 220, like it has to be like, all right, you're working on a farm. Like, that's your purpose now. Because one, it'll help you to lose weight. You're helping the state. And all the fucking things that you take from the state, you're giving back because you're working in a farm. And you're also away from like the general population. So we don't got to see that shit. We don't got to do it. We don't got to go. I don't got to go to Starbucks and see a really fat person.
Yeah. What about fat gays, you think?
That's a different conversation. I think they should be. I think they should be treated. They should be deported. They shouldn't be here.
Deported.
I don't think they should be here.
Deported.
Yeah, they should be gone.
I think we send them to space. Fat gays, I think you send to space. Can they even be? Are gays allowed in space? You think?
I don't know. They'd fuck it up somehow. I just think. I don't know.
Gays in space. That sounds like a TV show I want to make.
It sounds like an album from like the 80s.
Yeah.
like one of those love rock bands, gays in space.
That just sounds like something Kanye would tweet.
For sure.
Put gays in space.
100%.
A gay astronaut?
Yeah, nah, like there probably is at this point. I wouldn't be surprised.
Gay astronaut. You know, I think I've come to the conclusion that I will never stop drinking. It will never happen. I will make sure that I stay healthy enough in my life to where if I want to have like, if I want to crush like 10 bush apples on a Friday night, I can do it. You know what I mean? Like, because think about it. Really think about it for a sec. Would you ever go to a barbecue or something? It's summer. You know, it's just a function outside.
And drink a bunch of brisk.
Yeah.
Nah.
Who wants to do that?
Who wants to do that? Yeah,
Who would ever do that? Maybe people who have been alcoholics have gotten sober.
Yeah.
You know, they want like
reformed.
they want a Heineken Zero or something. Fine. All right.
They just want the feeling, the holding of a beer.
But like I can't imagine like being on a boat or something. Or like brunch, it's morning, you're on vacation, you can't get mimosas or some shit.
That's what I'm saying. Or you happen to be in a bar.
Yeah.
And you're asking for a club soda.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. The only thing that keeps me sane or keeps me balanced, let's say, is just the fact that I'm still playing soccer. Because that's really the only thing I look towards. Like, I'm on my third, second drink. I'm like, maybe I should chill. I got a game tomorrow. I got practice. Or I can't drink too
Or you
too
could
much.
just be like Lawrence Taylor and get drunk before games.
True, I could do
The
that.
Giants player Lawrence Taylor, he would actually drink. He would get bombed, like hammered, and just play the game when he was drunk. And he would be insane. Like he would be like unstoppable. Maybe, you know, you'd try that out.
I don't know. To be fair, I've played 2 hungover games, and they've been very good games.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
I just feel like, me personally, I think I know that I was a degenerate the night before, that I just lock in extra. And I like make sure to wake up, drink hella water, maybe put in a little jog beforehand. But I've had performances. I've had performances 12 hours after like 7 vodka Red Bulls. Like it's definitely
7. Wait, hold on a minute. 7 vodka Red Bulls. You probably
maybe not 7, but let's say like 3 vodka Red Bulls, maybe like 2 tequila shots, a green tea shot, throw in a tequila sour in there.
It's pretty crazy how it's so casual to go out and have a drink that could give you a heart attack if you drink too many.
Yeah, nah.
Like, you ever think about that? Like, sometimes when I have a vodka Red Bull in my hand, like, it's my second one, my third, and I'm like, I drink like 2 more of these, I'll probably die.
For sure.
Because
I think the most I've ever had is probably 4 in one.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I think those are what gives me the worst hangovers, bro. Our vodka Red Bulls.
Hungover.
It's been bad lately, man. Like, it's been happening to me a lot.
I get like a really dry alcoholic taste in my mouth. That's like the most I get. And like a little drowsy. But like I never get to the point where I wake up and like my head's on fire. Everything's on fire. My head like.
The worst thing that happens to me is body aches. That is like.
The closest I got to that was the day after my birthday party.
Yeah.
And birthday itself. Because the birthday party was the 21st of last year. The party I had in the yard. 23rd, I went out to Midlands. Bombed. It was just 4 days of just degeneracy. And that 4th day, I felt it. I definitely felt it.
You know what it's thought of?
What?
You see the video? Remember the video of Brian on Kayla's Snap last week?
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
That,
see, like,
that's got to be.
I hope to never do some shit like that.
That's got to be like the funniest video I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, no.
That's just gold.
It's just a calm too, like.
He's somebody though that he gets up and he functions the next day. Like he goes to work like nothing happened.
Yeah, like nothing. Yeah, no.
But he still feels it, but like he'll be able to function. Bro, I don't throw up, honestly.
Cancer in him. It's because he's a cancer.
You think so?
It's a gift that we have. Yeah, for sure. Because for him to have a video of him for 50 feet, just vomit here, vomit there, vomit here, break, come back, vomit here, vomit there, and then wake up next day at 9 a.m., clock into TD Bank, that's a superpower.
That's lit.
And I've done similar. I don't want to say maybe not nothing specifically like that, but I've had those nights and played 90 minutes the next day like it's nothing. So I think it all comes down to like waking up in the morning and knowing that you did some unholy things.
Yeah.
So you drink some water, you go about your day, maybe throw in a coffee in there, and you're sturdy. And then genetics, for sure.
Yeah, I think genetics have a lot to do with it.
Because I know people that have horrible hangovers. Like, they can't get up. They can't move. They can't function. They gotta call out yes or yes.
And the thing about my family, like, my family doesn't really drink. They drink wine. My dad will maybe have a couple shots of tequila on his birthday. He doesn't drink. My mom doesn't. When they were younger, like, obviously, because like everybody does, but for now, it's like they don't do it, like, even once on the weekends. Yeah, unless it's wine. But wine is classy.
Different. Yeah, wine is different. Wine drunk is also calm too. Little ring in the head, and you're just chilling. You're just chatting a lot. You're not messy.
You're calm, and then you're horny as fuck.
Yeah, you're calm, and then it's like you're hitting those 1 a.m. texts where you at.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I've been there.
My parents are pretty similar. My mom don't like from the occasional margarita. That's really it. My dad, the occasional beer during the soccer game. I think I might be the problem. I think I'm the alcoholic.
Yeah,
for sure, 100%. Cause like I haven't drank with my family yet. I'm scared. I'm scared for them to see me just drink casually, and they're fucked up, and I'm there like chilling. That's what scares me. It will probably happen this summer for sure. We'll be out somewhere. I'll be drinking. It'll be like, my mom won't be surprised. She knows. She's seen me. But like my dad, I haven't cracked open a beer in front of my dad yet.
Really?
I'm scared, kind of. I feel like he's gonna look at me different. We'll see. We'll see if this is the summer. We'll see what happens.
Wine scares me though. I've been drinking beer lately.
Yeah,
I've actually been getting more into beer. I've been like taste
beer
testing.
Just gets me bloated, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's because I drink Corona, and Corona is very like, I don't know what the word is. Yeasty, so it just makes you mad bloated. But
I think Mick Ultra is like the best beer to drink. Ultra? Yeah, Mick Ultra, if you want to like not have a brutal beer belly. Something about wine though, bro.
Wine is tough, bro.
That shit just gets you.
I'm more of a white wine.
Oh yeah.
More than red. I don't know. I haven't really tried red too much, but I think white wine definitely tastes better. There probably is some tough red wine out there. I'll try it.
I wonder what gets you more sex driven.
I think you could say red.
Chardonnay.
Yeah, the Chardonnay.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah.
Cabernet suck me off.
There's a reason why Drake talks about a lot of wine.
Yeah. So I need to know, like, bro, how long you been cutting hair?
Now, it's probably been like total since I learned 5 years.
Damn.
Since I've been cutting like how I do, 3.5. Like, I think I genuinely like took it serious like January 2022. That was when I put up the page, told people, had clients and stuff. 3 years.
So how booked up are you on average, you think?
It depends. Like, it's very on and off. Only due to the fact that like my schedule is pretty crazy. Yeah. Like, soccer season just started, so some people may want cuts. I got practice, or I got a game, or I have school, or I have my other jobs. That really depends. Summer is always crazy because you know, as a guy, you consistently want to look pretty good. So you know, you want to cut max week and a half, 2 weeks max. So it gets pretty crazy in the summer for sure. Yeah. Especially if you're going on vacation or you're going on a date, you're going to the beach, whatever the case is. You got games. Yeah, a lot of my clients are soccer players, so you got a game every weekend. You want to look good.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that get their hair cut like once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's usually everybody.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think like, what do you think when you get to a point where you're making like really good money? Would you want to make like your own business, some sort, or some kind of like marketing? Because you look at Vic Blends.
Nah, yeah.
Vic Blends is like a barber that's like, I memean, he took his shit to like a new level. I mean, he created it into like a podcast, into like all that sort of stuff.
There's so like, all you really need is to be good at one thing, and then you can branch out and do a whole bunch of other things that you maybe have the slightest interest in. For example, I started cutting hair like Vic Blunts. He was just some guy who started cutting in the barbershop one day or in his own garage.
Yeah.
I forget his specific story. And then now look, social media influencer, has his podcast, cuts Lil Baby, cuts all these famous guys. Doesn't even charge people for cuts anymore because he makes so much money doing other things.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you get good at one thing, you can make it into a billion other things that make you hella bread. So I'm totally with that. Like wherever it brings me, or if I get to a point where I can like maybe open up a shop or start up a podcast of my own, I'll definitely do some shit like that. Like I don't think I'm limited.
Yeah, no, that's a good attitude to have. I don't think that either. I think most people are a lot more like talented than they give themselves credit for.
For sure.
Like they have the ability to like, you know, create their own stuff. They have skills that they don't even know that they're good at, that they didn't even try yet. But
nah, yeah, for sure. I definitely do want to start doing some shit like that. Like there's been a lot that I could have been doing already with this like barber stuff that I haven't been doing. But like I feel like summer is always a very motivational time because like it's just I always get the itch that if it's nice outside, if I'm not outside and I'm inside for whatever reason, I have to be doing something.
Yeah.
Like, and that something could be like, I don't know, making some content for haircuts or doing actual haircuts, something. Because there's always a reason to be outside in the summer. Whether it's just chilling and just absorbing sun, there's always a reason. So I think it's a pretty eventful summer. Apart from being a degenerate for 3 months straight and drinking, I think there could be some shit done. There definitely could be some shit done.
Yeah, there definitely could be some like
potential Castillo Cuts collabs in the future.
Remember the first time you were here?
Yeah,
bro.
I think, bro,
that was fun.
A lot has happened since then.
A lot. That's really fun. You got the skill. Then like you nailed the skill down, man.
Oh yeah. Now I'm way above what I used to be back then. I didn't even have like the proper tools back then.
Yeah,
it's a different story now. That weekend of my birthday, like it needs to be those like digital cams.
Bro, those are the best. I love those. I
think everybody gets like their own, so we have different angles, different perspectives.
That's a good idea.
And then you have your camera. Yeah, that'll be fire. And then next day we hop on the pod and recap.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Recap.
The thing is, bro, fucking people like they get so drunk they try and suck off the mic.
Yeah, that's
just
it was a great time.
Castillo, man, thanks for coming on, bro.
Of course,
we got to run this back. Like you got to become like you got to become like my like.
Yeah, I'll be the regular.
You got to be the regular.
I'll be the regular. I'll come back.
It's got to be like how like Jeff and Tana.
Yeah, for sure.
Tana Mojo on that shit.
I'll come a lot, and there'll be a period where I don't, and I'll just boom back like I never left.
Mike Malak and Jeff Wittig actually, because they're both guys.
For sure.
All right, bro.